Okay, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition of the Juggernaut Show. I'm your host, Juggernaut097, and tonight I'm here to review AEW Full Gear from 2022. And overall, before I get started, talking about each match individually, I thought Full Gear was a very solid card. Um, there were a lot of surprises on the show, like I didn't think Tony Khan was going to go in certain directions, and he did go in certain different directions, which I thought was really good. So there were a lot of surprises on this show, and I think this helps revitalize AEW a little bit, and going into the future and stuff, going into the rest of 2022 into 2023. So I think AEW is looking bright. So I thought Full Gear was a really good show. Um, on paper, on card, the card didn't look that good as other cards, the previous cards did, but overall, these pay-per-views do not disappoint me at all. Like it was very good. I mean, it was a long show, like always, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. Um, I did watch the 0 Hour. I'm not really going to talk about that too much. I mean, we already so on the 0 Hour we had Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, in the semifinals of the World Title Eliminator Tournament to see who's going to be facing Ethan Page this Wednesday on Dynamite on the Thanksgiving, Eve edition of Dynamite. And Ricky Starks won that match, so he'll be facing Ethan Page, which I predicted Ricky Starks to be beating Ethan Page. So we'll see if that prediction comes true. I also, watched the match between Jun Akiyama and Eddie Kingston, which that was a hard hitting match. It was fun seeing that. Um, Also, we got Jordan Davis in the chat. He says, "I watched, uh, I watched it. It was, I was too tired by the end of the show. Yeah, I mean, these shows are really long. I mean, these AEW pay per views are super long, but." I kind of got to thinking, they don't do these shows every single month. They don't do shows. Yeah, they don't do pay per views every single month. So doing having 4 pay per views throughout the year, it's okay. To have 10 to 14 matches. I mean, I'm okay with it. Um, I'm kind of getting used to a little bit with these AEW shows. They're always gonna be long. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought it was a really enjoyable show. So, I mean, there were a few things I didn't like, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started with this review, shall we? So, the first match that kicked off the regular card, we had Jungle Boy Jack Perry going up against Luchasaurus in a steel cage match. Now, I thought this was a great match here. I really enjoyed it. Um, you had a lot of great things going on in this match. Luchasaurus, he was just throwing Jungle Boy around. And also we had Jungle Boy's mom and sister out here watching the show and watching on, and they put the camera on Jungle Boy and Jungle Boy's mom. But I thought some of the spots were really good, and even Christian Cage, being around ringside, being very slimy the way he is, like the heel that he is. He tried taking the key from the referee. He took the key from the referee. He was successful, and he unlocked the cage. And it reminded me of like a old Hell in a Cell type of match. Like maybe between like Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, because I mean, they kind of did this pretty cool catapult spot into the cage on the outside of the ring. I thought that was pretty dope. So yeah, this match kind of gave me like Undertaker and like Shawn Michaels vibes, like inside the Hell in a Cell and stuff. And I mean Jordan Davis, yeah, I mean you're right, dude. I mean both these guys were hitting power drivers and stuff. I mean Luchasaurus just reminds me of a lot of Kane. Like I don't know if any of you guys kind of see that, but he just reminds me of Kane a lot. I mean, Luchasaurus, he's a dinosaur and stuff, but yeah, I mean, he reminds me of Kane a lot. This the chemistry that these guys had in the ring with each other were very good. Um, and even they did a big, they did that table spot where Jungle Boy Jack Perry he jumped off the top of the cage, hit the elbow drop. I mean, it didn't look that clean, but thankfully, um, Jungle Boy didn't get hurt. He locked in the snare. What's it? The STF or whatever, the snare lock or whatever. He locked in that, and he got the he made a Luchasaurus tap out. So, I kind of feel like this feud has been going on a little bit too long for my liking. Um, but maybe because it's because Christian's been hurt. Maybe that's why. But I feel like maybe at winter is coming. Maybe who knows? Maybe Christian Cage might be ready to go against Jungle Boy, and maybe this feud can finally end. But like I said, I gotta give it to both these guys. I mean, they both really great way to kick off the show. Like I said, the chemistry, the pile drivers that they were hitting, like even Jungle Boy when he is pile driver. I mean, I never seen a guy like kind of that small pick up a guy to do pile driver like that. I never really seen that. And you saw, of course, they had to bring out so many Canadian destroyers and stuff. That was a pretty nice Canadian story when Jungle Boy ran off the chair. That was pretty nice. And there's this one spot where Jungle Boy got choke slammed through a chair. Like the chair completely like fell apart. That was a nasty spot. But yeah, awesome match. These guys, like I said, have very good chemistry. It was a great match. So we move on to the next match, which was the AEW trios titles on the line. We had Death Triangle defending the titles against the returning Elite Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. This was your typical trios match. A lot of high flying spots. Crazy action in this match. I like a big story in this match was Pac was trying to get Ray Phoenix throughout the match to use the hammer, but throughout the match Ray Phoenix didn't want to use it. But it was like until the end. It was until the end. Kenny Omega was getting ready to go for the one winged angel, and then Ray Phoenix had no choice to use that because if he would have got hit with the one winged angel, we would probably be seeing new AEW World Trios Tag Team Champions right now. So I kind of like the story behind that, kind of, and also we're gonna be having a 7-match series with these guys. It's like match 2 is gonna be this Wednesday on Dynamite. So that's gonna be fun. And they're gonna be on all these like different holiday specials. So it's gonna be fun watching this 7-match tournament. Like I enjoyed the elite match that they had like back at what was it? All Out against like Dark Order. I kind of enjoyed that match better. Because I know like this Death Triangle and Elite, they can pull out a lot more. And I feel like they were kind of holding back, which I see why they were holding back because of the whatchamacallit, the 7-match series. So it's definitely gonna go 7 series. It's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, you had a whole bunch of super kicks from the Young Bucks. You have a lot of super kicks from Pentagon and Ray Phoenix. Everybody just worked really well together. A lot of high flying spots. Like you had like a big like Hurricane Rana on the outside of the ring on everybody. Like it was just a pretty crazy match. Sorry, my nose is like my allergies are kind of getting to me. But yeah, awesome match. I mean, Death Triangle retains, which I was not expecting that. Like this was one of the matches like where I thought the Elite's gonna win. This is their return match back. But I like the story. With Ray Phoenix using the hammer. I thought that was good. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match, which we had was the TBS Championship on the line. We had Jay Cargill defending the TBS Championship against Nyla Rose. Um, he said, "I seen the Cutter and Tombstone used too much in shows. Yeah, those moves are used way too much. Also, the Canadian Destroyer that is used so much in shows. Also, Canadian Destroyer is one move that it's so overdone. And like I saw it in the opener. I even saw in this the trios match. we didn't see it in this match though, but I seen like in the first couple matches, like man, there was way too many Canadian destroyers. It's so overdone. But about this match here, I really wasn't into this match too much. I mean, I like how Nyla Rose has been kind of bringing something out of Jade Cargill and stuff. A majority match, Nyla Rose, like she was dominant and stuff. Even using Jade Cargill's finisher, the Jaded, or what was her finisher called? It's like what Beth Phoenix used to do. I can't think of her finisher off the top of my head. I think it's called the Jaded, yeah. But yeah, Nyla Rose took her finisher, and even Jade Cargill took Nyla Rose's finisher during the match. Did the Beast Bomb throughout the match. So I mean, but like I said, Nyla Rose, she had a lot of control of this match. But in the end, Jade Cargill, she's still undefeated. She's 42-0 now. She's undefeated still. I think she's maybe gonna get to about 50-0, maybe, and then eventually lose the title. But and I also like how I didn't think that Jade Cargill, she was that thick, but man, she's pretty thick. I'll tell you that right now. Like Jade Cargill, she's pretty thick. But no, I thought it was a really good. Not no, I don't think it was a really good match, but I mean, it was okay for what it was. I think it was kind of one of the weakest things on this card, but yeah, it was one of your like I said, one of your weaker things on this card. And then the next match we had was the ROH World Title on the line. We had Chris Jericho defending the title against Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara. This was probably my match of the night right here. I love Fatal 4-Way matches, and the stuff that Jericho's doing with the title is really good right now. I really been enjoying it. Like I even like the different interactions we had here with what's this here? He said Tino said she looked like a uh random MC Donald character. That's funny. Oh, McDonald Ronald McDonald character. Okay, gotcha. That's funny. um, but yeah, about this match here, I thought this match was really good. Um, you had a lot of uppercuts from Claudio in this match. I even like the double like Boston Crab that Claudio and Danielson were doing. That was nice. You even had Jericho doing some pretty good stuff, and even I like the interaction between Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Like Sammy Guevara wasn't doing a whole lot until he kind of like broke up the Jericho's pin and stuff. And that at that moment, Sammy Guevara knew he screwed up there. And Sammy Guevara, he was looking really good. Very athletic. Hitting some nice cutters, hitting some nice top rope moves, like hitting some shooting stars. Like, I mean, he's really athletic in the ring. Yeah, just like you just commented there, it was good. Like Sammy shooting star was amazing, and like for for Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli to trust him, to be doing these like big high spot moves is really means that Sammy Guevara is really good in the ring for them to trust him like that. But no, I thought the match was really good. Um, like I said, you had Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho going at it. Even you had a double submission also when Claudio he had an what was it Boston? No, not Boston. He had a sharpshooter in, and then Bryan Danielson put in a label lock on Jericho. Um, you had the elbows, that Danielson and Claudio. But no, this was great stuff. This match nearly got like 20 minutes. It was good. And then when Claudio was doing the King of Swing, I think it was on Sammy Guevara. Jericho ran in and did hit the Judas effect, and then hit the Judas effect again on Claudio to get the 1, 2, 3. So still the Ring of Honor world champion is Chris Jericho. And also, there's a Ring of Honor pay per view coming up here in December 10th. I'm pretty sure. So I guess we'll see who Chris Jericho's opponent's going to be um at ROH Final Battle. And it's smart to have Jericho still as a champion because he's a big name, and like he's gonna when he finally loses the title, it's gonna be to someone big, and like I don't think he's gonna lose it until like probably maybe pay per view, or maybe until they get a TV deal. I don't know, but it was a fun match. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I would liked Brian Danielson to win, but like I said, to have a notable name like a notable name like Chris Jericho to win, to still have him, carrying like this title. I mean, people know Jericho a lot, from like WWE and like other promotions. People are kind of getting into like people who haven't been into Ring of Honor are kind of getting into it a little bit, like interested in what's going on. But yeah, I mean Jericho, yeah, he's just been doing some good stuff with his title. But Taz, I think he's going a little too far saying, "Oh, he's the best Ring of Honor World Champion." I mean, he's been putting on good matches, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's the best ROH World Champion. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match though, which we had was Dr. DMD Britt Baker going up against Saraya, or formerly known as Paige. This is Saraya's first in ring match since 5 years, so it's been a while. Also, you had Paige's brother out there, out in the crowd and stuff, cheering on Saraya. I thought this was okay. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, the chemistry really wasn't there between these women, and like, I mean, you had Britt Baker, targeting the neck of Saraya a lot during this match. Like targeting her like her injured neck and stuff. Wonder if like Saraya could still go in the ring, still if she knew how to do this. Um, I mean, it was okay for, like I said, it was okay for what it was. I mean, Saraya won the match. She had to hit her. It was like her page turner. She hit that a couple times. Um, but I mean, it was nice seeing Saraya back in the ring. It was good. I just feel like their chemistry wasn't that there, and I feel like Britt Baker had a lot of control throughout this match, and Saraya on the defense a lot during this match. I like the curve stomp that Britt Baker did. But there's way too many shots on the neck and stuff for Saraya. Like it was kind of a little too much of that there. Like they needed to protect her a little bit more. Um, it says, "Oh boy, this one." It says, "Oh boy, this one here." Paige had a lot of in-ring rest, but she needed to win. Yeah, she definitely needed to win here. She needed to win this match. Like, I would have been surprised if she lost though, because like kind of having like the new girl come in, like trying to take over, like saying that this is her house, and you had Britt Baker trying to defend it. I wouldn't have been surprised if she would have lost. Yeah, she needed to win, and maybe they might continue this feud. Who knows? I'm pretty sure they'll continue this. Um, but yeah, you're right. Britt Baker did carry Paige in this match here. But like I said, I mean, it was decent. I mean, it was better than the TBS match, in my opinion, the TBS Championship match. But nothing like not your greatest women's match though. And then the next match we had was the TNT Championship on the line. We had Warlord defending the TNT Championship against Samoa Joe, which is the ROH TV champion, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, this is where the show, I mean, I didn't think this match was that bad, but this is where the fans kind of died down a little bit. Like it's where these guys had to kind of get the fans going a little bit more. Um, I mean, this was a big hoss battle here. This was a huge hoss battle between all these guys. I mean, Wardlow, he's so athletic in the ring. I like when he had a nice whisper in the wind. That was pretty nice. Hitting it on both guys. Um, I mean, you had a lot of in ring, like out of the ring stuff going on. Like going into the barricade and all that, which I thought was crazy. Like Samoa Joe, like Powerhouse Hobbs was well, Samoa Joe was beating down Wardlow, and then here comes Powerhouse Hobbs out of nowhere, and then ram Samoa Joe into the barricade. I mean, you had a lot of that throughout the match. Um, it's just a big beefy men battle. I mean, that's all. That's a good way to summarize this match. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, got about 10 minutes in this match. I thought the match they would have needed to do. and it looks like Wardlow was gonna win, but Powerhouse he was Wardlow was doing like the Powerbomb Symphony, and then oh, what's his name? And then Samoa Joe came in with the TNT title, hit Wardlow in the back, and then Samoa Joe Powerhouse Hobbs in the put Powerhouse Hobbs in the cookie clutch to become the new TNT champion. So I thought it was interesting because I didn't think that Wardlow was going to lose. Like I thought Wardlow had a chance of losing, maybe the Powerhouse Hobbs, maybe eventually in the line, but I wasn't expecting Warlow to lose the title right here and to Samoa Joe. So maybe who knows? Maybe they continue this feud. Maybe they do a title. Like maybe they do at Final Battle. Maybe they do Samoa Joe and Warlow where he gets the TNT title and the TV title. I don't know. Maybe he takes both titles off of Samoa Joe. Who knows what's going to happen? But I thought it was very interesting that Samoa Joe, he's a double champion now. I thought it was cool. Um, but yeah, I think it was a solid match though, but like the fans, like there wasn't a whole lot of reaction for this match. But yeah, let's move on to the next match, which we had was okay. This match I did not really care much about. We had Sting and Darby Allin going up against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, this match here had a lot of old guys in this match. Darby Allin, he was hitting a lot of coffin drops. Like there were some dangerous spots like in this match. There was one point where Darby Allin went for like a coffin drop like off the stage and like Satnam Singh caught him and then kind of threw Darby Allin around like a sack of potatoes in this match. Um, you had a lot of teenage chants when you had Sting and Jeff Jarrett were going at it. I mean, Jeff Jarrett, he was looking pretty good. He looked in really good shape. I like that he's using his TNA theme song, which is cool. Um, but Sting, he was kind of botching a little bit. This match wasn't that pretty. There, like, I didn't care about this match at all that much. I don't even know how. I think it. I don't even know how Sting and Darby Allin really won, but I know they won this match. But yeah, I really wasn't like a big fan of this match. Too many botches, a little bit. But like I said, I really enjoyed the TNA chants that they were doing. Kind of bringing back old memories of TNA and stuff with Jeff Jarrett and Sting. I did like the guitar spot that Jeff Jarrett did. That was pretty nice. Um, but yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't see this anymore. Hopefully this is done, but who knows what we'll see. We'll move on to the next match, which we had was the AEW Interim World Title on the line. We had Tony Storm defending the title against Jamie Hayter, and this was probably my surprise of the night right here. This was a crazy match. Um, I didn't expect Jamie Hayter to be, like Jamie Hayter has really been surprising me quite a bit. Like she has really been surprising me. Um, This was a very brutal match. You had a lot of lariats that they were hitting this match. I mean, even Tony Storm, by the end of the match, her nose was bleeding, her makeup was all messed up. She was just looking crazy in this match. You had a lot of hip attacks in this match from both women. I mean, Tony Storm, I'll take a hip attack from Tony Storm. I would definitely do that in a heartbeat. I would definitely take a hip attack from her. But yeah, this was a crazy match here. Um, Even Britt Baker coming out. I thought Britt Baker was going to be eventually costing Jamie Hayter. I thought she was going to cost Jamie Hayter and like end up being like a split between Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. But I feel like that split's eventually coming here. Maybe like Britt Baker might get jealous of Jamie Hayter, and that's how they start a feud with each other. But yeah, this match was so surprising, and what was it? There was a comment. Yeah, here right here it says wasn't expecting her to win. Was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Like I said, crazy match. Um, Jamie Hayter became the new interim world champion. I don't know what her finisher is exactly called. It's like a type of clothesline or something like that. But no, like I said, great match, fun. Like probably the best women's match of the year for AEW. best. I think it was better than the Thunder Rosa and who did Thunder Rosa go up against that Double or Nothing? Was it Britt Baker? I can't exactly remember, but it was no, or maybe it was Serena Deeb. Yeah, it was that. It was better than that match here. Like this match was better than that Serena and Thunder Rosa match. But hey, new interim world champion Jamie Hayter. So who knows? Maybe. And this is the first time that interim champion has been changing hands. That changed hands on a show, which I thought that was cool. But to be honest, I kind of need to get rid of these like interim champion because like I'm just not a fan of it. Like they just need to strip the normal person of the title because like it's so convoluted and like confuses people. Go like, wait, so they're champion, but they're not champion. Like they're interim champion. Like so, just let the person, like let Thunder Rosa when she's healthy, let her, have the first crack at the title, and that'd be that. Like you don't have to have an interim champion. But that's just me. That's a topic for another day. And we got Ant in the chat down below. Thank you for stopping by, my man. Appreciate it. And then we move on to the next match, which we had was the AEW Tag Team titles online. We had the Acclaim defending the titles against Swerve in Our Glory. And I love the rap battle that. I love the rap that the Acclaim did. That was hilarious. Talking about Swerve Scott. He looked like Randall from Monsters Inc. And I looked that up. I can't get that image out of my mind now. I just can't get that out of my mind. He does look like that. And talking about like Black Silent J and Bob, like I thought that was hilarious. He even talked about Trump, so it was funny. But as the match goes, I think this was kind of like the weakest match, like out of the series that they had. Like I think their all out match was their best match that they had, in my opinion. And there was kind of like the storyline between like with how Pac wanted Ray Phoenix to use the hammer. Well, Swerve wanted Keith Lee to use the um like the pair of pliers, but Keith Lee didn't want to do that. He wanted to win the match fairly. Um, I just feel like the Acclaim. They were kind of injured here a little bit in this match. Like they were. Um, you had Anthony Bones. He kind of had like a wrapped up shoulder and stuff. His knee was kind of hurt a little bit. So, yeah, this match wasn't as good as there were some injuries going on in this match. But it's definitely like the storyline between, Swerve and Our Glory, kind of that was the final straw, like Keith Lee just walking out on Swerve. And then then you had the Acclaimed hit their finisher, and they were so over here. This tag team is so over. Um, with the whole Scissor Me Daddy ass, and the Billy Gunn got a good chant here. So I thought it was good though, but yeah, the Acclaimed retained the titles, which is cool stuff. And there were, and I think that took away from this match was there was a fan in the crowd that was like he was being very obnoxious, and they were saying or like they were saying kick him out or something like that. There was a fan who got kicked out, and it was taken away from the match a little bit. Or like chanting asshole at him or whatever. And there were some other funny chants throughout the night, saying fuck CM Punk, or like chanting Colt Cabana throughout the night. So hey, I mean, New York, New Jersey, they were pretty crazy with the chants that they were doing. But yeah, I mean, this was a solid match nonetheless. I enjoyed it still. And then we got the main event match of the evening. We had the AEW World Title on the line. Jon Moxley defending the title against MJF. Now, this was better than their 2020 match, but I'll say MJF is improving. And we got another comment here. It says the MJF was ridiculous. It was so obvious how the match was layered out. When the ref bumps, knew Regal was gonna churn. Predicted it, and I seen it from 5 miles away. Yeah, I seen this too. I seen that coming like so far. Um, I mean, MJF, he was so over here. I mean, John Moxley, he was getting booed and stuff even in this match. Um, there's a point where MJF hit like a pile driver onto the on like the side on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. Hit that, and then throughout the match, John Moxley just targeted MJF's knee and leg during the match. But yeah, there were so many ref bumps here, like and like even when like Roman Regal came down, when MJF, he was getting ready to use the dynamite diamond ring, and then he kind of threw that away and like he flipped off William Regal. Like the big story, like the big thing that was like around this match, like, hey, is MJF going to be, do this clean, or is he going to cheat? Is he going to be a heel? Like, what is MJF going to do here? And I kind of on my predictions, I said, hey, that'd be pretty cool to see William Regal be the manager of MJF, because like I was saying, would you rather have William Regal, or would you rather have Stokely Hathaway as the as their manager? And I was, saying William Regal and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. William Regal has turned on, his past, factions and stuff, so this doesn't surprise me that William Regal did this here. Doesn't surprise me at all. Um, I think it's cool, MJF got his big moment and now he's the AEW champion. Um, I mean, this was good stuff. I mean, using the brass knuckles at the end there, and then beating John Moxley, and the crowd popped. They were so happy MJF won. Good moment for him. And MJF, he's improving in the ring. He's looking very jacked. It looks like he's doing a lot of bench pressing, doing a lot of ab workouts. So MJF, he's looking good. But it was okay match. Like I said, it was better than their 2020 match. Um, and then what do you say here? The running again, the rope, faking a dive, and figure four spot. Yeah, that was a pretty good spot in the match. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny in the match. But I just love like the heat that Moxley was getting. MJF. Both these guys. These guys are pricks. So I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I think AEW is looking bright. This is like the future. Like MJF, 3 years ago, he's saying that he's going to be the future of AEW. He's going to be winning the AEW championship, and he's going to be the hottest, commodity, like hottest free agent in 2024. So many people are going to be wanting him. WWE is going to be wanting him, and hey, I'm happy, and like you got some homegrown talent, winning at this show, kind of going like, hey, this is going to be the future of AEW. Have MJF winning the world title. You had Jamie Hayter, she's a homegrown talent. She won the interim title. You kind of like had throughout the night, you had like some AEW versus, different people from different promotions, coming in. So I thought that was pretty cool. Throughout the night. Kind of like AEW versus, them, even you had AEW versus AEW, homegrown talent going up against each other. But overall, I thought AEW Full Gear was a very solid show. Like I said, it was a very long show. I would have had this review done for you guys yesterday, but I was trying to finish the show again, going back and watch some different things I missed, because that's what I like to do. Because like when I'm doing watch alongs, like with the Flex Zone. Speaking of the Flex Zone, go subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast. Go check them out. The Flex Zone podcast, amazing stuff over there. But when I'm doing a watch along, sometimes it's hard to focus on the match. Like I'm focusing on talking to other people in the live stream, and it's just hard to focus sometimes. But yeah, like I said, I thought Full Gear was a really solid show. And some videos got coming up for you guys in the future here. So I got my Survivor Series 2020 Survivor Series War Games 2022 predictions. So that will be sometime later on this week, which I'm excited for War Games. This is gonna be a fun show. I'm definitely gonna be checking out Raw tonight to see the go home show. I also got another Survivor Series retro review to do for you guys sometime this week, probably tomorrow. I'll be doing Survivor Series 1994. So stay tuned for that. I already watched the show. I just need to do the review for you guys. So that'll be coming up on my channel. So probably tomorrow. Also, I still need to watch Impact Wrestling's Overdrive. I'm still need to do a review for that show. So that will be coming up. Maybe on Wednesday I might do that for you guys. And maybe like Friday I might come up here and like do a prediction video for Survivor Series. Who knows? Or maybe I might bring it 2 videos on Wednesday. Because Thursday I'm not making any videos for you guys. Like it's Thanksgiving, This is Thanksgiving week, guys. But we'll see what happens. But if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out a whole lot. I am on the road to 550 subscribers. So let's get me to 550. Um, you know, don't feel free to share the video with your friends, your family, whatever. Share it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever you want to share it on. Share the video, and also feel free to follow me on my social media platforms at the True JSB on Twitter and Instagram. Do that. Do that. Also, go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo on YouTube. He does really good wrestling stuff, wrestling content, horror content, all that type of stuff. Go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo. Like I said, subscribe to me as well. Follow me on my social media platforms. Hit that like button. Turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, so you don't have to wonder, oh, when's Juggernaut making a new video? Well, you know when I make a new video because you have all my notifications. So definitely do that. I mean, if you don't have all my notifications, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. It's just one simple click of the notifications and the subscribe button as well. And smash that like button, so this video can be out to more people and stuff. So the video can be out to more people. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I appreciate everybody coming to check out the video tonight. Jordan Davis, you're MVP always in my chat. And then Ant, thank you for being down in the comments also. Hold on, give me one. But yeah, also one more comment here. It says if you ever watch Grimm's Toy Show, he was at front row. Yeah, I saw that Grimm was sent front row. But yeah, solid show. But yeah, this is your boy John saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video whenever that may be. So, peace out.